Okay, so I just finished literally this morning. I don't know if you watched my last video, was the Gundam Unicorn build. Um, I literally just put it on the shelf. I'm still wearing the same blue shirt that I was wearing in the end of that one. But I'm starting another one because I'm kind of in a Gundam mood. And I have this other perfect grade. I don't know if I can block that enough. Nope. Right about there. The Astray red frame. So all I've done so far is take it out of the box and set it here. I haven't done anything else to it to see what all is in here or anything. So I haven't even pulled any of the parts out. That's pretty wicked. Here's the blade. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this one out. The last build literally took me 5 days to do because that's all I was working on every day for multiple hours, was putting that together. So hopefully I can do this one in roughly the same amount of time. Hopefully. With that being said, all right, we're off to the races. Let's go. Okay, so two things real quick before I get too much further into this that I just realized and I want to make a note of at the beginning of this so I don't forget, well, when I forget later on. So two things that are blowing my mind right off the bat. These pieces here are metal. As soon as I picked the bags up that this was in, I was like, this bag has a lot of heft to it. Pulled the parts out and this is all that's left in there, and all three of these pieces are metal. So I've never built a model, any Gundam with metal parts before. So that's blowing my mind right there. The other thing that I noticed on here, right here, out of frame, there's an LED in here. So this actually came with its own LED. Now it's just one bulb, and I'm going to assume that it's going in the head of the entire thing to light up the eyes, which is back here towards the back. Hopefully I can get to it quickly. Yeah, right here. So all this stuff here, this is the LED. Apparently it comes with all the parts and stuff and everything you need to turn everything, make everything work. So that'll be basically one of the last things that I build prior to the weapons. So the main body, I'll find out if all those parts are actually in here. I'm not going to go through all the bags right now, which normally whenever I do a build, I don't open all the bags. I open the bags as I need the parts. Like all these parts right here, G, L, N1, N2, O, and T, those are on the table right now. And then I'll build, and then I'll open more bags as I get to. So like right now, the process is going to be the feet, then the legs, then the pelvis, chest, arms, head, then weapons. So that's basically the progress that this is going to go through. But honestly, I've never seen metal parts in any of these before. That's really blowing my mind. and the fact that it's kind of come with its own LED light, which is also blowing my mind a little bit. So that being said, well, let's get back to what we were doing. All right, see you at the end. Okay, so I am all done with the decals finally. Decals on this one took me 3 days, I think. Now, and obviously that's not like 24 hours a day, but over a period of 3 days. These things here, these dry, whatever, they have that wax paper with them. If you do Gundam, you know what these are. If you don't do Gundam, this is basically a piece of Mylar that has, the only way I can describe this is the thinnest coat of rubber cement that has another extremely thin decal over that. Instead of a water slide decal, this is a dry slide decal, I think is what it's called. These things suck. These are horrible. I do not like these at all. Now, when they're done and they're on there, they look pretty good. But working with them is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And I don't know if in the time lapse it's noticeable how I ended up using not masking tape, Scotch tape on some of them. Basically, as you can tell, I've cut out some of these and whatnot. The bigger ones was a little bit easier to use the tape. The problem is that this is a matte finish and it's not transparent. And so using this became very difficult because I couldn't see where I'm trying to put the stuff at. And finally, like today, I just finally said, you know what, screw it. There's a lot of these, so I can mix and match if I need to, and we'll just blast through this and get it done. So that's done. These decals though, like these are my absolute favorites. I love these decals. These are so easy to work with. So let's get this bad boy reassembled and put back together, hopefully. Now, I don't know that I ever made a video of my build of my Zaku that I have over there. If you watched any of my other builds, you've seen like the Unicorn Gundam that I just finished last week. I showed some of it in that video, but that one, that was my first large, most of my Gundam that I make are these, I've got them up there. There's too much of them. Maybe I can get this one. They're like these ones, pretty small and completely covered in dust, which is kind of disgusting. I need to clean my room in here. Of course, again, this whole thing is gonna go away. But anyway, so that's that arm. I need this arm. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is the Zaku that I made took a month, maybe. I really worked hard on that one. Primarily because I actually glued everything. I spent a lot more time on that one than I did these two, obviously. Because I think the Unicorn, I think I did that one in a week, and that was last week, and I'm doing this one this week. I take that back. Today's Tuesday, so I did this one last week, and the Unicorn I finished up at the beginning of last week. So, and this one's connections are what I'm usually, I like these kinds of connections where it's got that type of thing with the compression fitting, whereas the Unicorn had just this stupid connection for that shoulder. It was horrible. Oh, I didn't get that one in there. There he is, all put together. There's a couple cool things about this one that I really like. He's overly posable. His ability to be manipulated with the knees. I kind of showed it in the when I finally finished him. I had him in a kind of pose. That sound actually goes with that. But so most of the other ones, I can't get them into that kind of a pose. I've got a couple up there that can. But the other cool thing is this actually has little rubber pads on the bottom of this, which gives him more of a stable base. He doesn't just slide. So it's kind of cool. I really like this one, surprisingly. So anyway, all right, there he is. I'll try to get some pose photos in here. One thing that I'm not digging though is this forearm is my cat meowing when I'm trying to make a video. That's one thing I really don't like. But it's lunchtime, and so he's letting me know that I forgot to feed him. So anyway, but as you can see, these arms are extremely, I'm gonna have a hard time with poses on those. So anyway, this one's all done. I'm really happy with this one. So kind of cool with all the little things that, this sword is absolutely phenomenal. What's kind of funny about this is in the destructions, I actually had to get an app to do Japanese to English translations, so I could understand some of the stuff that was being said in the destructions. So I'm not going to be able to do this. I'll have to do that later on. But what's funny is on this thing, it actually showed that there was a piece of rubber tubing to put over this tip. It was like, oh, sharp point, be careful, don't let children play with it. This is sharp, this could damage you. And it's like, it's a piece of plastic that has a point on it. I don't know if Japanese regulations require them to do that kind of stuff, but the amount of information that was on there about the safety procedures of this tip was a little over the top, I think. But and honestly, I really don't like these, the gold pieces, the silver pieces that are in here. I don't like these pieces because honestly, when you can see it right there, when you take the sprue off of it, there's really no way to touch that up because it's just a gray piece of plastic underneath that with a shiny coating over the top of it. You can't fix that. At least I don't know how to fix it. Maybe the people who really get into the whole painting and all that, that's where you fix it. But when you're just putting them together, obviously it's not gonna happen very well. And then this has this little piece here, so his sword will end up being probably right there when I pose him, and have like shield on one arm and sword in the other. So anyway, I'm done rambling. I'm just yammering now. being stupid, making this video much longer than it needs to be. So there it is, second one complete. I'll probably get some pictures here in a second and do a couple poses maybe, and get them up on the shelf and take a picture of that as well. So stay tuned for those little photos right after this. So thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Take care. See ya.